Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. My little, there we go. I think that. Yeah, and then turn off my music. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Hi, honey. Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you all? Did you guys have a fantastic day? I did. Hi, sweetie. I am so awesome. How are you? Hey, Luke, I'm doing your apple spell tonight. I have it all set up on the table over there, ready to go, ready to rock and roll. But I also have a couple curses. Well, I have an emergency curse to do and then a personal emergency curse to do. But I wanted to show you that he's not completely finished yet, but this is him so far. He is the, here we go again. His whole mouth is filled with crystals and stones. And then on the back I put this crystal. It's like a skull dude. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a nice crystal. It's a nice stone. I'm looking for one more to fit right in the middle right there. He needs one more stone right here. And that's a big magnet to pull in the energy. And then this one fit perfectly right between the cerebellum bags of the brain, and so, and the back of it was like flat and it just like fit in there like a freaking puzzle. And so that's in there. And then his sigil, his name, and everything is done. Hecate named him. Hecate created what he looks like and everything. And I just asked her, and we used the Ouija board and the pendulum, and she gave me his name. And I just closed my eyes and tried to see what she wanted him to look like, and then she just showed me who he was, and he was like done like that. Like it was, he's fucking badass. And but he's beautiful. And then I have his sigil right here, carved right here, and then I put my blood on it. But his name and his sigil is also carved, or not carved, but written, and in my blood, and it's in his cavity here. And so it's all done like. And then today I took him and I exercised him, and he did a fantastic job, better than anyone else has ever done with the exercise that I gave him. He did amazing. And so, but he's still not complete. I still have some little Belial's, Lucifer's, and then Hecate's primary that will go right, you know, to finish him up. He'll be like covered. But he's so awesome. Man. And then I have some carvings that I'm going to do on this staff, and, you know, it's not quite finished yet. But I already used him today just to see what he could do, to have him show me what he could do. At first it was a little difficult for him to get going, but then after that he did fine, and he's able to manifest things in this realm. And that's what I was after with him. And so he did a very good job. Very good job. That's him. So what did you guys do today? You know what's really weird? There is like only 4 of you on tonight. And normally there's like, I don't even know, like 20, 17, something like that. But that is okay. So what'd you guys do today? Oh, and our sweet tea spell did not do so well, unfortunately. I guess I needed more than 3 hours notice, but we tried, and we'll still do the road opener for her anyways, so she'll be just fine. But I was sad. Aww. Is it just devoted fans tonight? That's right. So what did Lucifer do for you? Hi, sweetheart. Magical Maya. Tallulah, that does not sound like fun. That's just not fun. You should be having fun. I had a great day. Playing with my new servitor today, and he's awesome. I've been carrying him around like this. Ooh, I feel like a witch doctor. He's not all the way sealed up yet because I still have some things that I want to stick in there, and so he's like, and I put like all these little tiny crystal rattles in there, so they're like coming out from somewhere. Oh, I see where. On the sides right here, on the sides of the brain, of the cerebellum pockets, right here on the sides are open. And so I probably need to seal those. But anyways, he's so cool. He's awesome. He's so powerful already. But he had a really good workout today. And he did a really good job. I could show you, but it would be bragging and I might get in trouble. Yay! Well, Lucifer is awesome. And there are certain things that he really enjoys doing for us. So, he is amazing. That is for sure. I got them some poppy seed muffins for their sweetbread for their altars today, and I got all kinds of cute little flowers for Hecate. Well, I got her. That's not true. What are they called? I want to call them. I got her those purple and yellow lilies. I got her those, and then, of course, Belial has his sunflowers, and Lucifer's the only one that didn't get flowers today, which is weird. But the other flowers I have, he wouldn't like them. I don't think. So, yeah, Hecate is great for everything and everyone, but she did an amazing job with this guy right here, let me tell you. When I worked with him today, every time I would pull him up in my mind, I would go to the astral planes. I was sitting there and I just went, and there he was. And he likes to dance around. I don't know why she has him doing. I didn't have him do that, but he like dances around. And I'm just like, cool. And so a couple of times I like kind of bounced around with them, but yeah, it's hard. The offerings are hard because you think that it's the same old thing all the time, but really is what they're looking for is consistency. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? But yeah, they're really just looking for consistency and devotion. And so just try to keep that in mind. Like pick a day to do like, your blood offerings, and don't miss. No matter what happens, no matter if you feel tired that day or whatever, because as soon as you go to that altar and you do it, you'll feel that'll just be gone. You'll feel better. And just try to be consistent with them, and that's really the key. They really like that. Wait a second, what? May I ask you what you were recently initiated in? I know you said you can't talk about it, but are you able to tell us what you were initiated into? No, I could just tell you that it was with my deities. It was with Hecate, Lucifer, Belial, and I believe Lilith. So it was an astro initiation. It wasn't on this realm, and so it wasn't like, you know, a human thing. It's a witch thing. Yeah. It was more or less just kind of like an initiation with all of them. Yeah. I did an invocation of Belial earlier that night. And then late, like probably, I don't know, I want to say probably like 45 minutes later, I was in the midst of an initiation with all of them. And so, yeah. But that's what it was. But I can't really talk about it because I'm not released to do so. Usually I just blab everything because I don't really give a shit. But when they tell you to just keep it, then you keep it. Okay, I have to change what they have on their plates. And that is true. I will feel tired. I will feel tired, but when I go there, I don't feel tired anymore. Yeah. So another female was there. Yes. But she's an aspect of Lucifer, I believe. And so I've never worked with her, so it was new for me to have her there. Oh, yes, there was another female there. Woohoo! Yeah, I saw that he sent me an email saying that he was sold out. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. But I want to buy more books from him, but he doesn't have more. So, oh, which Hecate book? The Queen of Hell one or the other one? So I have a question for you guys. How many of you believe in fairies and work with or deal with them or see them or have had experiences with them or whatever? You do and you used to. Yes, she's Lilith. Yeah, she was kind of vampire-y looking, I guess is the best way. She had like a different kind of a mouth. And so that's why I thought it was her. You don't, Hecate isn't like, she's not, you do. I definitely believe in them. I got email, I was so happy I bought them. Ooh, good job. Yep. Okay. Well, first praying to Hecate. You could talk to Hecate every day. Like, well, I don't know like that. she's with me all the time. And she's, being with Hecate is a lifestyle. It's a life-changing experience. At least it was for me. I have to offer, I have to do an altar for them. Hecate, you just talk to her every day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I don't know, I go shopping with her, I read emails with her. Sometimes when I'm hanging out and just having a conversation or a car ride or anything with my boyfriend, sometimes I will catch her looking at him through my eyes like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to, kind of thing, you know? And I'll just look at him and he's like, okay. It has changed her life. Yes, she will. She will flip it upside down, shake it around, and then put it back together the way she wants it, the way it's supposed to be. But she, I don't know what you mean by praying to her. Like on your hands and knees, like praying, I pray to you, oh Hecate. I don't know what you mean by that. Hi, sweetheart. Remember what I told you about what was happening to me, right? Oh, yeah. Because you and I did the same thing, right? Because you and I both did that initiation together, right? Or we both did the invocation with Belial at the same time, and then later we both had that same initiation. Just since after that, I heard a strong voice call my name, and I don't know if it was her. If it is her, no. I set up a candle and a photo to you, her. Well, that's a start. That's great. She will love that. She will love that. Yes, she does make us happy. No, I said I have a small altar. Oh, for the fairies. Yeah, probably. At first. Okay, well, that's the whole thing with her. It's kind of hard because I can only talk from my own experience, but when I've noticed a pattern, okay, so I've noticed a pattern. I don't know if it's this way for everyone or what, but this is what I've noticed. People who are in relationships that are not married, that are just like boyfriend and girlfriend, or even a bad relationship, or a relationship that's not going to help you during this time when you're going through an awakening of sorts with her. She will split you guys up. She'll be like, no, and he's gone, or she's gone, until you're done going through your awakening. And then after you're done going through your awakening and you know who you are and what you are and where you're supposed to be and blah blah, all that, then she'll allow them to either come back or put the right person that's supposed to be there. And so that's what she does. Especially if you're her child. If you're her child and you're with the wrong person, she will remove them. She'll be like, you're not good enough for my child. And she'll get him out of there. And no matter how much you try to hold on or whatever, she don't give a shit. Get him out of there. He's not going to help you through your awakening, and he's going to keep you from your awakening, and you know, distract you and all these things, and she will get rid of them. That's nice. That's awesome. I can't grow anything. Every time I plant, or anything I plant dies. It'll stay alive for a little while and then I kill it. I'm not good at it. Yeah, she does it to everyone. I've noticed that every time, and then it's hard because a lot of times I'll do a spell for somebody, and then like a love spell, and then my energy will trigger an awakening, and then hi sweetheart, but my energy will trigger an awakening, and then they'll still be trying to go back, and then it's like, no, you can't, because you're, you know, a child of Hecate, and so you have to go through your awakening first, and then he'll come back later. But usually that doesn't happen, because usually they're not a child of Hecate, but I've had like three people that were. Oh, thank you. You've gotten so many ideas in my practice. You're a great teacher. Oh, thank you so much, Alex. That's very sweet. Was to say a test or not, but that's what I keep hearing. You deserve better. Yeah. Well, and if you're going through an awakening right now, it's better to just focus on yourself until you're done, because relationships are a lot of work. They're even good ones. They're so hard, and requires so much. I mean, unless you have somebody that's completely awesome, like my boyfriend, who just lets me do my thing and, you know, just lets me be me and do my thing and supports me and tries to help me and, you know, with whatever I need help with, even if it seems silly, you know, he still just lets me do what I gotta do. And he doesn't interfere. If he interferes, sometimes he gets a little, and I have to remind him, you know, that he can't be that way with me. I'm sorry, but you can't. And then he'll be like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. And he'll back off, you know. But it's hard to find people like that. And if you don't have that in your relationship, then she'll just end it. It'll just be done, and you'll just have to get over it. She don't give a shit. You know. I mean, she loves you and wants what's best for you, but if that person's not going to support your spiritual growth, then he's not the right person for you. That one was for Sweet Tea, and it didn't work. There was a lot of other things that were happening that I didn't find out about or know about until actually, I want to say today, but it might have been last night when she told me stuff. But it wasn't just, I don't want to say anything about it, but well, I started this spell only 3 hours before she was supposed to go in, and I thought that she only needed like 1 point for them to accept it, but there was a whole lot of other stuff going on, and so she didn't get accepted. And so now she's going to have to go to a different school. It really sucks, but there was a lot of stuff going on. It's probably better for her to go somewhere else that was not good stuff. There was some shit going down that shouldn't have been going down. Thank you. I didn't even see, what did you say? Oh my gosh, you have no idea how many people have awakenings from dealing with my energy. It's weird. I don't know why. But she just uses me for that, and so I'm just like, okay, you know, I just let her do what she needs to do and just use me as a vessel, and you know, and she takes care of me, and she loves me, and I love her, and you know, she's helped me so much that it's just, I can't even put words to it. She's amazing. I can hear the crystals falling out of this dude, and I don't even know how they're falling out. He's all sealed up, except for right here on these two sides, and he's not even upside down, and I can hear crystals falling out, and he's all sealed up. So I don't know. And even like the noses even has, there's a giant crystal stuffed in the nose cavity, so I know they're not coming out of there. They're coming out of here somehow. I gotta figure it out. He's so beautiful, isn't he? Pretty. You guys should see him in the other realm. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's definitely, because she's a child of Hecate. She was awakened by me doing a spell for her too. And so, but that's where she had plans. Hi, sweetheart. That's my boyfriend, you guys. The WM. My success rate, I have no idea. And I get really upset when my spells don't work. I take it personal. I get so upset, and I throw little baby fits, and especially like when my spells don't work and then I find out more success than any. You're so funny, honey. I don't know. I would like to say that you can't do that, because if you figure, okay, let's figure I've done, we'll say 1,000 spells. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I couldn't even guess. Like, and some of them don't, you can't put it because there's different time limits, there's, you know, and then sometimes some people mess up your spells, some people don't tell you all the information, and so you're only casting on half of it and wanting the full result, but you don't know, like, the whole truth. And so it's really difficult to cast the right spell when, like, let's just say, like, say you're yes, very true. Hi, sweetie. It's kind of like expecting your attorney to get you off when you have evidence to prove you're innocent, or they have evidence to prove you're guilty, but you don't tell him about it, and then he shows up in court and they're like, oh, well, what about this then? And they pull that out, and then your attorney's like going, it's kind of like that. That's a good way to describe it. Hi, everyone. Welcome. That too. Yep. I know, but I still wanted to help her. If I had known everything, I probably would have done it differently than I did maybe, but it's still, you know, 3 hours prior to her walking in there. With all the stuff that was going on, I probably needed a couple weeks before to work on it, because there was a lot of other shit going down that she needed help with. There she is. Speaking of the devil. Hi, sweetheart. No, yeah, it wasn't that she wasn't honest. It was just that I didn't have all the information when I cast, and then even when I had it all, I still didn't have enough time. It was like I needed probably 7 to 9 days before that meeting to work on everybody that was involved, because there was some shady shit going on, and not on her part, on their part. And then it probably would have worked, but there just wasn't enough time. But that's okay, because we're just going to turn it into an open road, and I still have it. It's still over there, so I'm just going to put a new candle on it and turn it into an open road, and just let the opportunities come from all directions. I know what you mean. She probably didn't realize. People don't, it happens a lot. People don't realize until it's time. And then they're like, shit, I should have done this. I should have done that. You know, and I don't know. It's just life, you guys. It's just life. It's just life. I'm having troubles. I feel like there's a block. That happens a lot. You probably have lots of blocks. We all do. Yes, honey, we all have lots of blocks. And it's completely normal. Just work on opening yourself up. Practice by meditating, grounding yourself, and stuff like that. Yes, she does. Because she is definitely has the seal. And she's definitely a child. I know. No, she wasn't meaning that you were, sweetheart. They were just asking if the spell worked, because they didn't know what it was for and if it worked. And so, because we were talking about it on here the other night when you were on here, and that's all. Yep. And Hecate is probably just putting you on a different path. She does it all the time to me. She does it to everyone. Izzy, ooh, you're brave. I was like so happy. I was so happy that Hecate removed mine before Belial was brought in, because Belial's energy is so intense that I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. Like, no lie. And if he had to, like, that was just him searching my, well, he says he searched my soul. But that was just from him searching my soul, or whatever, my being, what, I don't know, that's what he calls it. So, to see if there was anything in there that needed to be removed so that he could be there for me, you know. And so I was glad that Hecate already did it, because there wasn't anything really for him to deal with. And so I was thankful. I was like, phew. But yeah, no one's ragging on you, sweetie. Not at all. We're just talking about um, spells and what can mess them up and what can help them work and what, you know, what my success rate is and things like that. And so it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. It is no thing, darling. Nope. Look. Do you like him? Isn't he beautiful? He's so pretty. Look at his cool head. Oh, yeah. Hi, sweetie. Whew. Well, I feel sorry for you, honey. Because Belial is... He'll just rip that shit right out of you. Isn't he getting there? He's almost ready. I can't wait till... Maybe his stuff will be here tomorrow, and then I'll put them right here. You know, I'll mark where they're supposed to go and put them there, and then I'll probably carve like little, inlaid areas where to put them, and then I'll, attach them. But they're so pretty. He's going to be so awesome. How you became so successful communicating with Hecate and Lucifer and Belial. Don't forget Belial. I love your fearless approach to Lucifer and Belial. Thank you. You sound over that. Child, you should understand and not be so harsh. Belial as well. Apologies. It's all good. I don't know. I think that at first I wasn't. At first I was terrified. And then Hecate just took all that fear off me. She just took it away. And, once you realize that you're her child and that they can't hurt you, no one can hurt you. I don't care how big and scary they are. They're not allowed to touch a hair on my little white head, because if they do, they'll be answering to my mom and she'll fuck them up. And I just know that. And so once you know that, you carry yourself different. You feel differently when you see them as beings and not there to hurt you or scare you. They're there for other reasons. She might have sent them there, for energy exchange, for something that's getting ready to go on in your life or something. You have to understand that when they come around you, it's usually there. Hi, sweetheart. You need my help. Email me. bluewitch379@gmail.com. But yeah, just know that if you're a child of Hecate, they can't harm you. They can't do anything to hurt you. But they're there for a reason. She sent them to you for an energy exchange or to protect you, or something's getting ready to happen in your life and she wants them to intervene for you, or whatever, if they're there, then they're there because she put them there for a reason. I don't like that. Like, if I was in that situation, I would curse them all. I would have put them all in a freezer spell and froze them all, and then called Belial to go with me, and then I would have walked in there with him and Hecate and sat there like I own the damn room. Yep, she doesn't tolerate shit. No, and it's, you know, if you carry yourself like the child of Hecate that you are called to be, people will not fuck with you, normally. Every once in a while, you'll get a dumbass that will, and then you just call Belial, and you're just like, why is he being allowed to fuck with me, or her, or what's up? You know, and it gets handled, but, I don't tolerate it well. When it happens to me, I curse the shit out of them. That's what I do. Okay, well, your spirit guides. Hi, Crystal Witch. Yeah, I do too. I keep to myself. Unless I'm on YouTube. But if... but if I have to deal with people, like randoms, muggles, if you will. If I have to deal with muggles and you have to deal with a whole fucking school full of them, I would just wouldn't talk to any of them. You know. But if you have to, then you have to. But yeah, I would just put them on the fucking freezer. You're late. Where have you been? Just kidding. You're fine. I've only been on here 42 minutes. Oh, you know what I was going to show you guys? I want to show you what, even though, oops, the people that usually have a problem with this aren't on here yet because they're going to wait till like 5 minutes before I get off. No worries. Hang on a second. I want to show you. Come on now. Okay, so if you go to my page, oh, it's not going to let me do it on here because it is my page. Well, I don't know how to show you. Oh, I know how I'll do it. I'll go to someone. We'll go to someone else's page. Let me go to, we'll go to Grey Witch's page for an example, okay? We'll use him for an example. Okay. Okay, so see how on his page, I don't know if you guys can see it. See the little bell? Right there's that little bell. If you click on that little bell, like that, click it. If you click on that little bell, it'll tell you when I'm live. Then you'll get like a message saying the Blue Witch is live, or if she's going live, or whatever, however. There we go, I turned it back off. So that's how you do it. You just hit that little bell. Yep. Yeah, and you might need to click it twice. But there should be a little thing that will come up and tell you. I know that a lot of people have been complaining that they're not being notified or whatever. Well, click on that little bell on my page and you will be. You should be anyways. It should happen. So, are you ready for your book? For the book, the next one, we were talking about fairies earlier. So this is a fairy book that I got. It's called The Great Encyclopedia of Fairies by, oh gosh, Peri Debluos. I don't know, I don't read French well, but anyway, so yeah. So anyway, so this is a really good fairy book, actually. It has a lot of, hang on, sorry. I'm going to set this down over here so I can look at the book. It has a lot of good information about fairies. And I bought this online from some chick. And, yeah. I wanted to show you, there's a page in here, if I could find it, about, where'd it go? Anyways, there's a page in here, and it had like a mandrake fairy in here. So I thought that was really cute. Leave Sweet Tea alone. Uh-oh. Can't afford another book. Don't get it then. No, I don't think she meant like you in general. She would just, or you personally. I think she was asking me my opinion, like what I would do if I was you. Like if I was in your situation, what would I have done being the person I am today? Like not that you should have done this or that or anything like that. We were just using your situation as an example. It didn't have anything to do with you, sweetheart. Yeah, she didn't mean it like that. She meant it like, at least I didn't think she meant it that way. Yeah, no, it wasn't like that. Uh-oh. Well, they might be them. They might be the insects. But yeah, this book is so cute. There's like all kinds of different fairy stuff in here. It's a cute book. It's a good book to have in your library. I think that my grandson would enjoy this book when he gets a little older. I'm trying to find the one where they have like Christmas fairies in here. I'm trying to find. I saw one in here that looked like the Mandrake Fairy, and I didn't know there was such a thing. And it's really cute. But yeah, there's all kinds of fairies, and they talk about all of them. And I have not read this book, but I have looked at a couple of different things with some situation that I was going through with them a couple of years back. Can you cast for people? Okay, wait. How many times can you cast for people? If it doesn't work, can you still continue with other spells and try again or cast something different? Of course. Oh, you can do it as much as you want to. I like to wait, like, if you're trying the same spell again, it's good to wait a full moon cycle. And then after a full moon cycle, I think, in my opinion, you can cast again. Other witches will say it's better to wait like 3 months, because usually spells take 3 months. I say that's a really long time to wait, and I would rather not wait that long. Yeah, a full moon cycle. It's just, it depends on your energy and what you're casting on. I cast for the same client numerous times over and over and over. I have clients who are regular clients that will hand me like a check and a stack of freaking spells to do, and I just cast them as they can handle the energy. Like, I would probably not want to do more than 2 for you at a time, like 2 every week or 2 every couple weeks, depending on how many you need, what you need. Because, well, I'm referring to like business stuff or whatever. But like, the hard thing is that once you cast for someone, even if you're not putting a spell on them, but you're still spelling for them, they're still going to feel your energy. And so you want to not make them sick with your getting too much energy, like they can't sleep, they'll feel nauseous. Some people crave it and love it, and they'll just like want you to cast because they want to keep feeling your energy. Other people, the vibrations don't match up and it makes them not feel good. And so you got to kind of space it out. I'll use one of another client as an example. What's a blue witch? This big ball of cuteness right in front of you. I'm a blue witch. It's a name. But okay, like I had a couple, a husband and wife. Thank you. I had a husband and wife that I did a spell for somebody that owed them money or something like that. I can't remember. It was just some random thing. And they both laid in bed until like 4 o'clock in the morning and couldn't sleep. And then they got up and went and drank some tea or something and then tried to go back to bed later. But they couldn't sleep all night because the energy was just too much for them. And I still had like 3 more spells to do for them. And so I had to like slow it down because the energy was too much. So it just depends. Yeah, I'm not a blue witch. I'm the blue witch. I am a witch. A witch is a witch. I don't know what, all witches are witches. I can try to help you, but I've had to talk to you privately. I've dealt with astro. Oh, practicality. Yeah. But they release the energy to the ground through the root chakra. You guys are funny. What are you talking? What are you guys up to? Let me see. Okay, shadows and full entities come around too. Alright, what did we miss here? I had mold in my house and now I have a non-stop itch. Oh, well, okay then. Thanks for sharing. Invisible insect small. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's interesting. I find that interesting because I had mold a few years back too. How many times can you cast? Okay, I'm all cut up. I find that interesting. But now you have shadow people, you say? Sure, for hours, yeah. Oh, you guys are funny. Well, the only thing that I will tell you to get rid of anything in your house that you don't want anyways, you guys, the best, if there's stuff in your house that you don't want in there, like shadow people, lower level vibrations, energies, that's what I call them. Well, for me, I just call Belial, and he deals with all that, and they know to not fuck with me. But I will tell you to perform the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. Sometimes they fuck with me. Every once in a while, one will sneak by and get a hold of me when I'm sleeping or something and fuck with me. And I have to, and I'll get mad and I'll be like, that's it. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to banish you all. And I just stand up on my bed in the middle of the night and I just perform the ritual and banish them all. Well, now I can't do it the way they used to do it because I work with Belial and Lucifer, and so I do it a little differently now, where I call Hecate, Lucifer, Belial, and Cerberus instead of the archangels. Well, they're in, anyways, we don't need to get into all that, but so I'll call Hecate before me, Belial to my right hand, Lucifer to my left hand, and then I'll call Cerberus behind me, and then that's it. And then I'll say the rest of the stuff, and then I say, I banish all these lower levels, anything coming against me or after me, or anything trying to cause me harm or discomfort in any way, shape, or form. I banish you. And I'll just get rid of all of them. Clear this room, and then I'll seal my room. I seal this room, I clear this room, I seal this room. And unless you're here for my highest purpose, you are not allowed. And I'll just clear them all out. They won't come back around. They can come back, but it takes 2 weeks. And then you'll notice that they'll start creeping back in again. But they wouldn't be coming in unless there is a reason. You must have a really bright, you must be open. I saw you. You can if you want to. Anyone can cast spells if they want to. Just have Hecate help you, sweet tea. If you want, you can, we can talk about it on email or even through the Coven page if you want. I could recommend some beginning spells. Learn to do protection first. Because sometimes when you cast, you're pushing your energy out into the universe. Things will attach to it and try to attack you. So learn how to protect yourself first, and then after that, fuck them. Do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. If I want to do a spell, I'll do a spell. Yes, voodoo is real. Of course it is. Whatever doesn't belong, leave or leave. Those are their choices. I like it. But yeah, sweet tea, you can do whatever you want. If you want to start practicing, you should. Maybe you're ready. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. All magic is real. Yes. That's like saying only some energy is real and other energy is not real. Energy is energy, magic is magic. Yes, I love it. What else you guys got? So we talked about banishing. We talked about success rates, spell success rates. What can cause them to work, or to not work, what can cause them to work, different scenarios. I showed off my badass dude. Talked about fairies. Oh my gosh. We just covered everything, didn't we? Oh, your spirit guides. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was going to tell you about that. Okay, so to get your spirit guides to work with you more closely and to be more, do you protect the people you work for? Of course I do. Yes, absolutely. Spirit guides. Set up an altar for your spirit guides. You can if you want to, but I'm telling you, if Hecate says no, she don't give a shit. You can call whoever you want. But you could try it. Maybe she wants you to. Maybe she wants you to do it yourself so that you'll have like some confidence in your casting ability. Well, I'm kind of like a pain in the ass when it comes to that. You know, because your aura is not contained well. Are you talking about me? Yeah, I put my shit on blast. Everybody gets after me about that. Everyone. Dead people, alive people. Everyone gets after me about my aura and my chakras and everything because I'm always on blast because I don't give a fuck. I feel comfortable having myself open and having my energy out, and to me that's who I am, and that's me. And everybody's like, you need to close yourself at times, not be open all the time. When I'm closed, I can close myself like that if I want to, but I don't like it. I don't like being closed. I feel weird, like not normal. Like something's wrong and I don't like it. Oh, whoever's having a problem attracting lower levels. Well, that's a catch. I mean, well, they're attracted to you because of your energies. They could spot you a mile away. Well, they can be. They spot me a mile away like I'm a fucking Christmas tree, you know, in a dark field. And they all come running. And you either learn how to protect yourself or you shut yourself down. Those are your choices, basically. Oh, I love that. You could see it. I remember my first time. I was freaking out. Like I almost had to pull the car over because I was like driving, and then I looked at my hand and I could see like all this gold all over me, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And my daughter's like, it's your aura, dumbass, you know, keep your eyes on the road. And I was like, hang on, look, everything's got it. And I just was like so excited and ridiculous. Let me see what I missed. Let's see, wait. What are some offerings Satan likes opposed to Lucifer? Well, Satan is like the darker aspect of Lucifer. I believe it's the same. It's the same person. It's the same deity, the same demon. But Satan is the darker aspect. Can you cast even if someone has a seal of Hecate over? If I cast on somebody that has the seal on them, usually Hecate will not. She won't. She'll be like, no. Oh, no. I'm allowed to cast for other children. But sometimes, I don't know. She does her own, those are her kids, and she does what she, sometimes she'll let me do the spell just like to give them ideas on how to do it, because not everybody can like just sit there and talk with her and hang out with her and be open to listen to everything she has to say and stuff. And so it's more like a teaching thing almost. Can you cast, even if, I'm trying to read it, keeps disappearing over and over, of Hecate. If the seal of Hecate over and over again, or do they have to do spells themselves? No, I could do it for them. But I can't. But casting on a child of Hecate is a dangerous thing. It still freaks me out. When I first saw mine, I didn't know what it was. So I tried. Anyways, can you tell more about Belial? I don't know much about him. He's a tough one to get information on his channel, but I'd like to know more about Belial. Okay, if they don't have the protection, they will have nothing but problems. Yep. So letting them know how to protect themselves, that's, yeah. Let's see, I know he is looking at, well, yes, I do agree, light protection, but I definitely need to do more. Well, I tried that, that light protection where you make your light bigger and bigger until it pushes them all out of the room thing. That shit didn't work. A spell come back on you? No. No, I've never had a spell come back on me. I don't believe in that, and I don't believe in karma or any of that dumb, no threefold bullshit. None of that wicked crap. Do you keep on top of keeping your house clean spiritually and physically? Yeah. If you like get your house gets really dusty, negative energy can attach to the dust and stuff that gets everywhere, and then your house is just like full of it. And so it's really good to dust. And residual can hang on to that and all kinds of stuff. Like it just, I should just burn incense. Yeah, do a floor wash. That's a good suggestion right there. I have, what did you say? I believe in karma. I'm sorry, Tallulah. I don't. If you, maybe, it's very possible you should ask her. Because she might want you doing something else. I am all over the place. I'm trying to answer everybody's question and then, hang on. Okay, floor wash. I have a video on floor wash that I think I have a few of them. One I did with my grandson. It's called The Blue Witch and the Red Wizard, and we made a floor wash together. Sprinkle it all over your house, all over the floor. Leave it there for a couple hours. Sweep it up and throw it outside in the trash. Nice. I have a bath one too. Use hyssop and rue and salt. Works great. To remember my roots. Yes. But karma's a bunch of shit. It's only true if you believe it's true. Definitely. I think that I think that Hecate's in control of your circumstances, sweet tea, and that that you're just gonna have to stop fighting her. Thank you. And just kind of let her do her thing. Hi, Rumbler. What are you doing, buddy? You want to come over here? What's the matter? Did you wake up from your nap? You want to say hi to everyone? He just got done having it. He had an allergy in his ear. He had yeast build up in his ear, and so we had to do a cleansing of his ears, and now he's all better. If you have carpet, I still do it. Yeah, you could spray it, and that's a good idea too. Even if I do, even when I have rugs and carpets, I'll still put it all over everything and just vacuum it up. I don't care. Because it works so good, you guys. That floor wash that I posted, it is amazing. Sometimes, hi, sometimes I'll be sitting at my desk at my computer and something will poke me. They'll just sit there and poke. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm trying to get this done. Poke. So I have it sitting, I have a jug of it sitting right there on my desk, and so I just take it out and then I just turn in my chair, my office chair, and do a big circle right around my thing, and then they leave me alone and they're like so yeah, it's up to you. There's all kinds of different things you could do to protect yourself, but if you're having an awakening or you're open and your chakras are open and they're attacking you, then you need to protect yourself. This is going to be fun. Oh yes. My bath that I have posted is really good also, and you could put all that stuff in your floor wash later. I'm losing things and people, and I think I'm in the middle of the awakening. Yes, you are, sweetheart. I ask her, but I don't get a response. I feel like I'm talking to myself. That's okay. Ask her to show you. Ask her, tell her. Just be like, if I'm your child, I need you to show me. And she will. She loves it. She'll do it. She doesn't have a problem with that at all. She will show you until you believe her. And then once you believe her and she's cleaned you out and you're on the path you're supposed to be on. Do you see a lot of the same numbers, sweet tea? Do you see like 111 all the time, or 222, or 444, or 555, whatever? Do you see a lot of the same numbers together in things that you do? I don't know if you pay attention to that, but if you see that all the time, then you know that she's letting you know she's there and you're on the right path. A lot of people say they're like angel numbers and stuff like that. I don't necessarily believe in that. I think that it's just them telling you that you're on the right path. Yes, she will give you signs, but you have to ask for them. No, you don't. That's a bunch of bullshit. You don't have to ask for them. She'll do it anyways, but yeah. You get signs, and well, for me, it's a long story. There's lots of footage on it in my YouTube channel, but I would just say you have to pay attention to your surroundings, and you will get like obvious signs, and research the signs that you get, and then you'll know. when the same numbers, same time, I didn't realize it. Yeah. Set on fire and burn when out. Oh, that's awesome. I see the black flies, but nothing more, but I see them as they're her. That's weird. Oh, is that her? Oh. I don't know. I've never had her give me flies as a sign. That's okay. I have a bay leaf in each corner of my room in my house. Cool. Finding out the different meaning to the numbers, patterns, to give you answers to questions almost instantly. Yeah, like some people like to do that. Beelzebub. Who be Beelzebub? Yes, flies are definitely a satanic demon sign. I got birds and keys. There you go. As signs. That's nice. I got birds in my room. I got owls on my front porch. I got crows that follow me around. I have a spirit that just walked across the top of my ceiling right in front of my eyeballs. I just saw it go right across the top right there. I get her telling me to go look in the mirror, take pictures in the mirror. She wants to show me things. Yeah, you have a chart on numbers. It can mean that there's so much stuff. I hate these things, you guys. Phil, maybe I'm not speaking. Or maybe there's a demon with me. If that's the case, now I'm scared. No, don't be scared. You're fine. You're fine. That's your problem right there. You have to not be scared. Yeah, you have her seal on you. Do you know how rare that is? It's very rare. You don't have to be scared of a damn thing. Nothing. And I just got chills down the whole back of my head. Don't be scared. No scare. No fear. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid of anything. As long as you go to her with respect, you're fine. She's the only thing you need to be afraid of. Respect her. Yeah, she's the fucking queen of hell. Do you know who she is? Like, no. You don't have to be afraid of anything or anyone, ever. And you just need to carry yourself as such. It's a process. And sometimes people will be her children and they don't know it, and they don't see the seal because they're not open to it yet. And then I do a spell for them, and then bam, they're open, and then they see it, and then they're like, what the fuck is that? That was not there before, and now it's there. And it's like, okay. Sorry. But you just don't have fear, honey. I promise you don't have to be afraid. They're not going to hurt you. But do practice meditating. Grounding yourself is the very most important thing right now for you. Grounding yourself, meditating. You're sensitive, honey. That's why. You guys are so fast. Yeah, you have to know who you are. Don't be afraid. Practice meditating. What does the seal look like again? Hang on, I'll tell you. Her seal had to be show up for me about a week, and I still don't know what I was doing. You told me. The seal looks like, okay, well, it looks like a triangle, like this, like there's a triangle that goes across, and then it goes up and down, and then there's a dot, and then it goes up, and then there's another one, goes across, a dot, and then it goes up, and then usually there's like a thing there. There could be another one. There could be like a diamond shape, another diamond, a bigger, longer, more star-looking diamond thing up here. And then for me, it goes up, and then there's like this big arrow thing that goes up like this. And then there's two things that go like this and up, and it's just this big old thing for me. But everybody, I think it's just the diamond thing that goes up, and then it goes across, and a dot, and a dot. And then it can be anywhere. It could be here. Mine, the first time I saw mine, it was right here. And now it's huge. Now I can project it out really big. And then, you know, the trident energy comes to me from that. Just keep doing it. Keep practicing those energy balls. You'll notice. You should draw it on a piece of paper. I've done that. I have done that. And I draw it on my walls in my house for protection. I draw it on my mirrors in my house, and I have it on my wall in front of my desk. But yeah, you guys will know it when you see it. You'll be like, what the fuck is that? That's what that is. It's a seal. You could do whatever you want with the energy balls. You could heal yourself with them. I healed myself from fibromyalgia with them. Yeah. Yeah. It's normal. When you take, okay, so this is why it works. Okay, I'll try to explain it. Okay, so you're taking a picture of yourself, and I have no idea. You could try. I wouldn't not try. I would try. You do it. I can't say what it's going to do or not do for you. But I could tell you that I healed myself of fibromyalgia. I had it really bad for like 10 years. 10 plus years. I had it. I couldn't even normally get out of bed in the morning, and I had to like do the whole roll thing to get up. Yeah, I was fucked up. And then I went through my awakening, and then yeah. But yeah, I couldn't even get out of bed. Like I would be like this, and then I would have to do like the whole roll thing to roll myself up and kind of like land on my feet to get up, because my whole body hurt so bad. And then I had to take a shitload of pain pills all the time, and then they said my body was depressed, and so then I had to take depression meds for my body and blah blah blah. And then I healed myself from it by using my energy, my chakra energies. I would just meditate, and then I would pull that energy out of my chakras, all of them, and put them all into a big ball and stuff them inside myself. And then I just kept doing that, stuffing them in there and saying I was going to heal myself, I'm healed. And I just did it for like, I don't even know how long it took. And then I weaned myself off of my pain meds. And then I just kept, and then every time I would feel pain, or every time I would feel it, or every time I would feel like withdrawal effects from the pain meds or any of the meds that I quit taking, I'm not on any medication now at all. Zero, nothing. I just kept doing this, sticking it inside me, just stick it in there. Wherever I'm hurting, I'll stick it in, you know, just make the ball and stuff it in there. I don't know, that's just what I did. And it worked for me. So I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but that's how I did it. Oh, we were talking about how that works. So okay, this is my understanding. This might be bullshit. I don't know, but this is how it works for me. This is what I think it does. This is how I think we could pick up our stuff in the mirror. Okay? I think it works because we're using our flash in the mirror. The mirror's our reflection. Okay? And so it reflects what it sees. We look in it, it sees us, our reflection. So when you're taking a picture with the flash is reflecting in what it sees in the mirror. It's projecting our energy like a projector. And then the camera's taking a picture of the energy projection. Does that make sense? And so when we do that, that's what we're seeing. And so sometimes I think I'm not talking shit about anybody, don't get all butt hurt. But I think that when people put like candles in front of the mirror and then take the picture, then their reflection of their chakra energy is going to be like a different color, like orange or red. They'll all be that color because you have a candle lit in front of the mirror, or you have crystals and a candle, and then it's like picking up all these different projections, but it's only showing up in your chakra energy. And so that's why some people have like bright red chakra energy pictures. It's not, I mean, it's special because you're fucking getting an awesome picture of your chakra energies, but it's not that it's different than everyone else's, it's just that you're doing it in a different way. I have never done that, so I can't say shit except that I've never done that. All of mine are natural. I don't want to see fake shit. I don't want to see for real what's really happening shit. I don't want to make it look anything that it's not. Who is up there? There is a little thing crawling around in here, and it's making me crazy. He's like gray. Exactly. Sometimes orbs show up. So today I was going to just go to bed, but Hecate told me I have to watch you tonight. Oh, you probably better go to sleep. You probably have school in the morning. Okay, video. Okay. People say they told you I take pain meds every day. That sucks. It sucks that you have to do that. I know exactly how you feel. And I had to do it so much. I was so sick of having to take those fucking pills all the time. I hated it. And that's why to this day I won't take it. I don't like to do drugs. I don't like doing drugs. And sometimes, like right now, I could feel stuff pulling on my back. And sometimes when you feel that pain, that pulling on you, it's an attachment. Something's attached itself to you. And so then you have to do something to break everything off of you so that you'll feel better. Yeah. Do it, sister. You got nothing to lose, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I got way behind. That was to Magical Maya. I have worked with pneumonia. This happens without flash now. Yep. Sometimes it does for me too. I don't know why. It's just because we're children of Hecate and we can do cool shit. It's like when you use a flash in a picture or a video, you can see orbs. So today I was going to just go to bed. Yeah. Got that one right. Hello. The Grey Witch, haha. I should, but I'm not going to. The Servitor. Have you had any more issues with those men coming around? No. Good night, everyone. Have a blessed night. Good night, Alex. Do you have a video on removing attachments? Because I feel that too. I've talked about it a few times in my... Okay, I'm going to show you something really silly, and I've showed it before. Is the Grey Witch up in your lot? No, he's not here. He lives in Australia, and I live in Colorado. Hecate carries me where I have 3 flames in Aries, Sagittarius, rising, Sun sign, Aries. Cool, that's exciting. I like the sound of the bowls behind you. I do too. That's another thing you guys could do. The Grey Witch. Hey girl. Hey sweetheart. How are you? Did you have fun swimming? I know. Speaking of the devil, do you have a blue lens in your photos as well? Oh, blue lines? Sweetie, I have everything, all kinds of shit. Have you not seen those crazy pictures? When awakening, do you... Okay, wait. Do you see images of past lives? It's kind of disturbing. My friend called today and I could not even talk to her because I keep seeing images. Wow, well that's cool. That must be an ability that you have. That's probably like you're going to be one of those. That's probably your gift that you could see in the past. You could see past lives. That's awesome. 3 a.m. big. Next. Running in front, leading me to crossroads. That's awesome. She do. I dreamt of past lives I had. That's cool. Rabbits are connected to Hecate, as you know. Are they really? I did not know that. I can sort of see the future. You're intuitive, my darling. I found out my spirit animal today. That's exciting. A beautiful gift from her. So, to break attachments off of you, I'm going to show you a temporary quick fix. It'll come right back on you as soon as you do it. But the other day I was out doing stuff and Hecate had me make my hula hoop thing. Had some ears. Feel like someone is pulling me. It is getting heavy. Is that her? Probably. It probably is. Let me show you. Hang on one second, you guys. Hold on. For attachments. I know, it's silly. But she had me make this the other day. A couple weeks ago, whatever. So I went and got a hula hoop. And then I wrapped it with copper wire. And then you just pull it over yourself like this and let it go all the way down and drop it on the floor, and then it breaks off all attachments. They can come right back on you though, but this will temporarily break them off of you, and it works really good. And the bath works, And the cleansing everything out of your house works, the floor sweep, all that stuff, all of that shit helps get attachments off of you. You have to get them off of you. Like, you have attachments on you that you don't even know. Like your kids, your friends, your parents, spirits, spells you do for people, Baba Yaga. No, I'm just kidding. Just a little jokesy there. And, but yeah, so, have to get copper wire, laughing out loud. Yes. Yep. 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 Sea salt. Eggshells. She's scary. She'll beat your ass too. Don't even think that she won't. She will. She did me. Huh, Baba Yaga? But she's really good at electronics, like fucking up your electronics. That's like her thing. She likes to do that. Huh, Baba Yaga? Get rid of that friend. Don't be friends with anybody talking shit about her, because she, you know, she won't tolerate it. I bet. Everybody thinks I'm crazy with my hoo-hoo, but I don't care because I know it works, so. Who, Baba Yaga? I don't know. I think she was assigned to me by Hecate, actually. I think that Hecate left her with me, and she's been with me since the very beginning. And she's an aspect of the crone aspect of Hecate. She's just a part of her. And so she stays with me to do magic with me and stuff. So that's why I leave her on the curse altar. She's in charge of all the curses, I tell her. She can have her way with them all. Yep, Grey Witch made one of these too. But yeah, Hecate, I was just like, oh, I feel terrible. I could feel somebody's on me. Something's on me. I don't like it. I was like throwing the biggest little baby fit about it because I had to go shopping and I could feel like shit pulling on me and I felt terrible. And it was draining, they were draining my energy and everything, and I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't have time to like do anything about it. And Hecate's like, get a hula hoop and some copper wire and pull it and do drop through, you know, pull it through. And she like showed me how to do it. And I was like, really, right now? She's like, go right now, do it right now. And I was like, fuck. So I came home and dropped my boyfriend off, and I went back to the store and got a damn hula hoop. And I already had the copper wire, and so then I just came home and wrapped it, and I did it, and then I felt better, and I was like, oh. And I I would just be like, I would just tell her, just say, Hecate, just be like, Hecate, you know, I'm calling you. What the? It's in my shop tonight. I need signs. I need you to put me on the right path and help me and guide me and, you know, do an ancestor altar, sweet tea. You need to do an ancestor altar, like for your spirit guides and your ancestors, because if you don't respect them first, she'll think you're not ready. I'm going to watch the videos and do it all because I know I so need it. You're cute, JJ. And I love your name because that's my grandson's name. Numbers are good signs too. Yes, they are. I get them all day, every day. Every time I look at the clock, it's like today, even today I looked at, tonight it was like 1001. It's like, seriously, you guys. Every time I look at the clock, and I'll say it out loud just to annoy my boyfriend because he's like, is it ever just like a normal time for you? Nope. It's funny because after you said that the next day, the next day I went to the dollar store and one was just sitting there leaning against a column in the middle of the aisle, so I wore my I don't know either. You're just gonna have to do your best. Recently, I think it's great. I'm so happy that you like my channel. That's awesome. I've done ancestor altars and ended up being of my pets that I have that has. That's so funny. Yes, the who. What state do I live in? I live in Colorado. Yep, I live in Colorado. Do you explain why I always see threes every time I look at my phone? I see what's right. Yeah, it's a magical number. You have a pet that died and photos, I can use them. Sure, if you want to. I would use, okay, like, I'll give you an example. I'm going to give you an example of how I did mine, and then I'm going to get off of here, you guys, because I've been on here for an hour and 43 minutes. So, on my ancestor altar, I have pictures of, like, my grandmother who passed away, and I found some old pictures in a box or something. But you know what? If you don't have pictures, don't worry about that. Use, like, if you know what kind of perfume they wore, like my grandma liked opium, and so I have a bottle of her favorite perfume up there. I know she liked to smoke cigarettes, and so every once in a while I'll give her a cigarette. She liked to drink, so I always will put vodka up there. I give them ancestor money. Hi, sweetheart. You're late. And I'm just getting ready to get off of here. You could just do a candle. If you don't know anything about them, you just get a candle, like a 7-day candle, put it on your altar and say, this is for my ancestors. I want to honor and respect you. I want to show you, I want to honor you and show you respect. So I light this candle for you. And then that's it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but you need to acknowledge them and respect them and thank them for helping you or guiding you or whatever. Even if you don't know that they've been doing that. I know some people say they don't have any spirit guides or ancestors, and yeah, you do. You're just not wanting to pay attention to them or notice them or whatever. Everybody does. Some people have more than others, okay, but yeah, of course you do. Everybody does. Some people say they don't, but they do. You know who you are, and I know you're on here, so no. No, it doesn't mean that everyone in your family is a child affected. Just you are. Oh no, I was talking about Grey Witch, but some people do, some people don't. it's not a generational, it's not a DNA thing, it's a spiritual DNA thing. It's about who you are in that realm, not in this realm, more or less. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if my family are Hecate's children or not, because they're all motherfuckers are going in a coffin, so it doesn't really matter. You know why? Because that's where they deserve to be. I have one specially made just for them. I don't know. Grey Witch, I am going to get a hold of you later, and you are going to be in trouble. We have had this discussion, and you have been proven. They have proven themselves to you. They have talked to you. They have slapped you across the face, and you still deny them. Yep. Yep. My family was really mean to me, and not they're all witches, but that's awesome that you haven't one for your mom. That's an ancestor altar right there, and that's a lot of deities won't even touch you with a 10-foot pole if you don't have an altar to your ancestors. I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying a lot of them will be like, she doesn't even respect her, her ancestors or her spirit guides. She's not going to, be workable. And they'll just like, I mean, Hecate still, it just depends, like, if you know better. It's because I'm so demented. No, I don't always have a candle lit for them. But they are in my house. They're next to my thing, and I don't always, I'm horrible about lighting their stuff up. I used to be really good at it, but now that I have all of this out here, everything's always out here, and I kind of ignore it. Good night, sweetheart. And I need to be better about it. But I try to keep water. I always will give them a flower or something. And I talk to my grandma all the time, because, like, I'll just be some random place, and then all of a sudden I'll smell her perfume, and I'll know she's there, and I'll be like, hi, Grandma. She'll just show up out of nowhere. Like, where was it last time? I think I was in the hall, upstairs in the hall, and then all of a sudden I could smell her perfume, and I was just like, hi, Grandma, how are you doing? What's up? Sometimes I'll be doing dishes, and I'll smell her perfume. Are spells more effective when done by a person or a caster like you? No. I should be sleeping, but I don't want to. I'm sorry, JJ. What if your ancestors don't approve of your path? I've had that happen. My grandpa throws fits. He hates it. He hates that I do witchcraft. And he'll tell me that I'm evil, and that he'll tell me stuff. And I'll be like, Grandpa? And he'll tell me to leave the family alone and not hurt them, and to overlook it, and blah, 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 and whatever. And I'd say, well, they didn't do to you what they did to me, did they? And I will fuck him up. See my mom touches my shoulder and whispers, "Aww." Mm-hmm. I know, they don't. Sometimes they don't, and it's because that's their old ways. And, um, you know, they were brought up different, and they still have those beliefs. But, and then I have another grandma who wants me to cross her over all the time, but she's a bitch, and so I won't do it. Yeah, I'm trying to see, wait. And my mom's inside and hates me being much. Yeah, that happens. I admire you, but I have to go. It's 3:30 a.m. and I still have shit to do. Bye, everyone. Bye, sweetie. Talk to you later. My mom doesn't approve, but she's too afraid to say anything to me. Hey, Chica. Hey, Dollface. How are you? Good night. But yeah, it just depends. You do it, it's your path. You guys just have to remember that. It's your path. It's not your mom's path or your grandma's path or your grandpa's path or your spirit guide's path. It's your path. And they can only there to guide you and help you when you need help. And if they don't like what you're doing, then you need to tell them, tough tooties, it's your path, not theirs. That they had their chance when they were here. That now they're supposed to be there to support you in whatever you choose to do. Well, you could always fix that. Stick her ass in the freezer. Well, I could tell you what happened to me when I went to church. I was a teacher at the children's church for a while, and then I became an elder of a church for a while, and I always got in fights all the time with the pastors and stuff like that, and I always had really good energy. They liked me being around, and whenever they would have like evangelists and strangers come, they would always pick me out of the crowd and drag my ass up to the front and say they had messages for me and blah blah blah. And yep, that's what happens. And I've had like been totally witched out before, and been in a restaurant and had a lady prophesy over me, and it was pretty fucking funny. No, I could take a bath in their fucking holy water. I could drink it. Holy water is just blessed water. It doesn't mean shit. I make holy water. The Poisonous Path, working with belladonna, hemlock, is the best ways to use poisonous herbs. And what type of rituals? Hang on a second. What did she prophesy? Oh, the lady that prophesied over me at the restaurant, she was saying that my colors are beautiful, and that the Lord wanted me to know that I was on the correct path, and that He approved of everything I was doing and all this stuff. And my daughter was like, "Lady, do you know who the hell you're fucking talking to?" And I was like, "Shh, leave her alone. She's prophesying." It was awesome. I loved it. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." It was so funny. Yeah. If you have a seal, does your heart get sore? Mine is sore. Does your heart get sore? No. I don't know what you mean. You mean like does your heart race? Is that what you mean? Like it goes really fast? Are you just talking about your head getting sore? Are you mind's getting sore? Are you talking about your heart hurt? I don't understand. I know what you mean, but no. But sometimes when they're giving me energy, they'll push it through me and it'll make my heart rate go up. I feel heavy in my heart like that as well. It's okay. They're cleaning you out. They're pulling all the shit out of you that you're holding on to. Like all the bad things that ever happened to you, they'll pull it out of you because those are blocks. Those are things that are going to keep you from your path. And they'll rip it all out of your subconscious. It's so fun. It's called shadow work. It sucks. So now when shit happens to me and I get pissed off or something like that, I try to hold on to it because I know I'm going to cast later, and then I'll pull it out and put it in my casting. It's just shadow work. I don't know if I missed stuff, you guys. I'm supposed to be off here anyways, but I still watch you. You go to church? Really? Is it a satanic church or a Wicca church or? My heart was racing so much last week for several days. I thought I had too much caffeine, even though I didn't. Yeah, it's because they're giving you energy and they're pulling shit out of you. They're searching you. Belial does that. Belial does that so much at first. A strange dream, an angel came to me and started crying and said, God is not angry with you. I serve Satan and Lucifer. Sweet. Me too. Well, Lucifer, Belial, and Hecate. It's my mom and my dad's. I have two dads. I didn't have an earthly dad. I was born of wolves. You can't do it, sister. You gotta let it all out, even though it sucks. Good night, sweetheart. I'm gonna get off of here too. I got shit to do, y'all. But I love you. Sweet dreams. I'm gonna get off of here, and I think I already have my candles going and everything, so all I have to do is start working. Good night. Love you guys. See you hasta mañana. See you tomorrow.